Can you believe how much Morena Baccarin has transformed over the years? From the sweet and sultry Inara on Firefly to the badass Vanessa in Deadpool, her evolution is jaw-dropping. But it's not just her roles that have shocked fans. Her personal growth, activism, and unexpected career choices have left everyone completely speechless. Get ready to be amazed by the stunning transformation of Morena Baccarin. Without having to wait until adulthood, Morena Baccarin became quite famous at a very young age. She is the daughter of Brazilian actress Vera Seta and Fernando Baccarin, a Venetian television reporter. At the age of 7, Baccarin and her family relocated to New York City, following her father's career. The move had a profound impact on Baccarin, as she found herself navigating a cultural duality that continues to influence her to this day. In an interview with The Independent, she revealed the internal struggle she faces between her Brazilian heritage, which she feels deeply connected to, and her American upbringing. She explained, "I have this internal cultural struggle where there's a side of me that is very Brazilian, that misses the food and culture, and a side of me that's very American, that really loves the structure and predictability here." She further reflected, "I feel that my drive and ambition is more American, while the passionate, laid-back side of me is all Brazilian." Growing up in New York, Baccarin followed her mother's path into the entertainment industry, enrolling at Fiorello LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts, a renowned institution known for nurturing young talent. There, she refined her acting skills, setting the foundation for her future career. Her passion for the craft led her to the Juilliard School, where she further honed her abilities and participated in their prestigious theatrical program. After graduating from Juilliard, Baccarin's career began to take off. In 2001, she landed the leading role in the film Way Off Broadway, directed by Dan Kaye. That same year, she also secured a role as Rita Wilson's assistant in the movie Perfume, which boasted a talented cast including Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Williams, and Leslie Mann, marking an important start to her acting career. Morena Baccarin's breakout role came in 2001 when she was cast as Inara Sarah in Joss Whedon's cult favorite space drama Firefly. In the show, Baccarin played Inara, a highly sought-after companion to the social elite who embarks on a complex relationship with Mal Reynolds, played by Nathan Fillion, the captain of the spaceship Serenity. The series explores their growing sexual tension as the two characters engage in a push-pull dynamic filled with both affection and resistance. Set in the year 2517, Firefly follows a ragtag crew of humans who have settled in a new solar system after the devastation of a civil war. The show, blending elements of science fiction with Western themes, was ahead of its time, and despite its innovative storytelling and strong character development, it was canceled after only one season, consisting of 14 episodes. Although Firefly was short-lived, it quickly garnered a loyal fan base and became a cult classic, with a lasting impact on television and popular culture. In an interview with People TV, Baccarin speculated that the show's early cancellation was due to it being ahead of its time, pointing out that at the time, sci-fi wasn't commonly featured on network television. Despite its premature end, Firefly is considered a groundbreaking series that helped redefine television in the 21st century, and Baccarin's portrayal of Inara remains one of her most iconic roles. Following the cancellation of Firefly, Baccarin's association with the series didn't end. In 2005, she was approached to reprise her role as Inara in Serenity, a feature film that would serve as a continuation of the Firefly story. In a 2018 interview, Baccarin admitted to being surprised by the opportunity to return to the character. Although she knew Joss Whedon was attempting to revive the franchise, she hadn't fully grasped the level of devotion Firefly fans had for the show, nor the determination of Whedon and the cast to bring Serenity to the big screen. The film's production was made possible by the exceptional sales of Firefly DVDs and the unwavering support of its fan base, solidifying the show's place in television history. In 2006, Morena Baccarin expanded her repertoire in the sci-fi genre by joining the cast of Stargate SG-1 for its 10th and final season. The series, which originally premiered in 1997, is an adventure sci-fi television show based on the 1994 film Stargate, directed by Roland Emmerich. Baccarin's role in Stargate SG-1 was that of Adria, the daughter of Vala Mal-Doran, played by Claudia Black, and a powerful figure in the ancient alien race known as the Ori. Adria is depicted as the divine spiritual and military leader of the Ori, commanding a crusade across the galaxy. With her authority, she demands that civilizations either worship the Ori as gods or face annihilation. In an interview with the Sci-Fi World, Baccarin shared her enjoyment of portraying such a truly evil character, but emphasized that she wanted to give Adria more depth than just a villain. Baccarin sought to make Adria a complex character, one who was fully committed to her mission but also had the charisma and presence that made her relatable, even likable in certain ways. One of the more unique aspects of her portrayal was the use of colored contacts that gave her character an otherworldly appearance. Baccarin mentioned that while she loved the way the contacts transformed her look, she humorously admitted that they severely impaired her vision on set. Baccarin reprised the role of Adria in the 2007 Stargate SG-1 movie The Ark of Truth. In this film, Adria ultimately meets her demise, which marks a pivotal moment in the storyline. According to Stargate writer and producer Robert C. Cooper, Adria was created to highlight Vala's redemption arc. The destructive path that Adria follows serves as the catalyst for Vala to rise up and embrace her heroism, ultimately helping to thwart Adria's plans and restore balance to the galaxy. Baccarin's role as Adria added yet another iconic character to her sci-fi legacy, continuing her successful journey in the genre. In 2009, Morena Baccarin took on the role of Anna in the reboot of the 1983 miniseries V, a futuristic sci-fi series where she played an alien with grand ambitions to take over planet Earth. Anna, a member of the reptilian alien species known as the Visitors, uses her extraordinary charisma and cunning to manipulate humanity, hiding her true nature beneath a human facade. This deception allows her to gain the trust of humans and lead them into a false sense of security. According to Collider, Anna's agenda was far from peaceful, as she secretly plotted to dominate Earth, utilizing the naivete of the human race for her own ends. Baccarin shared that she drew inspiration from several political figures to help bring Anna to life. By channeling their charm, persuasive abilities, and strategic manipulation, Baccarin's portrayal of Anna made her both magnetic and sinister. This allowed the character to appear trustworthy, all while secretly harboring dangerous intentions. In an interview with USA Today, Baccarin elaborated on how she wanted to create a layered character who could hide her reptilian nature, much like a skilled political leader hiding their true motives. As the series unfolds, FBI anti-terrorism agent Erica, played by Elizabeth Mitchell, uncovers Anna's real form and her sinister mission, setting the stage for a thrilling confrontation. Baccarin praised the series for having two strong female leads, herself and Mitchell, but admitted in an interview with Collider that she didn't always have as much input into her character as she hoped. "I have some ideas and I would like to get them pushed through. But there's a network and studios and a lot of people to okay anything," she explained. Despite this, she expressed how much she enjoyed crafting the character of Anna, even if certain elements were beyond her control. While V was initially well received and renewed for a second season in 2011, the show was ultimately canceled after just 22 episodes. Despite the show's premature end, Baccarin loved portraying such a complex and multifaceted character, relishing the opportunity to play a villain with both charm and menace. and continues to remember the role fondly. From 2010 to 2020, Morena Baccarin's role as Jessica Brody in the critically acclaimed series Homeland showcased her versatility and pushed her acting to new limits. The series, a political thriller, centers around Carrie Matheson, played by Claire Danes, and the complex world of national security. But Jessica's storyline is one of the most emotionally charged. Jessica is the wife of Marine Corps sniper Nick Brody, portrayed by Damian Lewis, who was held captive by Al-Qaeda for 8 years. During Nick's absence, Jessica struggles to raise their children alone while grappling with the belief that her husband has died. However, when Nick is unexpectedly released and returns home, Jessica is faced with the immense challenge of reconnecting with a man she thought was lost forever. As Jessica tries to rebuild her marriage, complications arise. While Nick was gone, Jessica developed a romantic relationship with Nick's best friend, Mike, played by Diego Klattenhoff. This love triangle adds a layer of complexity to Jessica's emotional journey, torn between her love for her husband and the life she built in his absence. The tension only deepens as Jessica begins to uncover shocking truths about Nick's time in captivity. In the Season 2 premiere, Jessica discovers that Nick has converted to Islam, the religion of his captors, and has been living a double life. Struggling with feelings of betrayal, she confronts him angrily, even throwing his copy of the Quran to the ground in a moment of emotional chaos. Following the airing of this intense scene, Baccarin was met with mixed reactions from audiences, including receiving hate tweets for what some viewers perceived as a disrespectful act towards the Quran. Despite the backlash, Baccarin's performance as Jessica Brody was widely praised for its depth and emotional complexity. In recognition of her stellar portrayal, she earned a nomination for the prestigious Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series in 2013. Her role in Homeland marked a significant milestone in her career, showcasing her ability to bring nuance to a character who is caught in a whirlwind of emotional and moral turmoil and cementing her status as a talented actress capable of taking on deeply challenging roles. In 2014, Morena Baccarin was cast in the role of Leslie Tompkins, the wife of James Jim Gordon, in the hit Fox series Gotham. In this gritty prequel to the Batman universe, Baccarin is portrayed as the caring and compassionate physician who becomes a key figure in the life of the future Gotham City Police Commissioner, played by Ben McKenzie. Throughout her time on set, Baccarin worked closely with McKenzie, and their on-screen chemistry translated into a real-life connection. In 2015, TMZ reported that Baccarin was involved in a romantic relationship with McKenzie, even while she was still married to her then-husband, filmmaker Austin Chick. The media attention surrounding their personal lives grew, particularly as their affair became public. The fallout from this situation was significant, and in 2015, Chick filed for divorce. The dissolution of their marriage was not straightforward, as Baccarin and Chick became embroiled in a lengthy and contentious custody battle over their young son, Julius. Despite the emotional turmoil surrounding the divorce, Baccarin remained a dedicated mother and the primary financial provider for her family, as Austin Chick had been financially dependent on her earnings. This added an additional layer of complexity to the proceedings, making the negotiations even more complicated. In 2018, the custody battle was resolved, with Baccarin agreeing to pay $5,000 per month in spousal support and $3,500 per month in child support. Furthermore, both parents were awarded joint physical and legal custody of their son, Julius. This decision allowed both Baccarin and Chick to share in the responsibilities of raising their son while ensuring financial support. While Firefly marked the beginning of Morena Baccarin's career in the sci-fi world, it was the 2016 film Deadpool that solidified her status in the hearts of Marvel fans everywhere. In the movie, Baccarin portrays Vanessa Carlisle, the love interest of Wade Wilson, a.k.a. Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds. In an interview with People TV's Couch Surfing, Baccarin described working on Deadpool as one of the best times of her life. She found the experience both creative and fulfilling, appreciating the unique combination of humor and heartfelt moments that characterized the film. The script, with its edgy, off-kilter humor, drew Baccarin in, as she felt it offered something fresh compared to typical superhero films. She noted that the movie's offensive humor balanced perfectly with the tender moments between her character, Vanessa, and Deadpool, making the romantic storyline feel authentic and grounded despite the film's over-the-top nature. What made Baccarin's portrayal of Vanessa even more exciting was that her character wasn't just a stereotypical love interest. Instead, Vanessa is tough, independent, and fully capable of standing her ground, which was something Baccarin found refreshing. She appreciated the complexity and strength of her character, who, despite being in a romantic relationship with a superhero, holds her own and never becomes a passive figure. The success of Deadpool led to Baccarin reprising her role in Deadpool 2 in 2018. While promoting the sequel, Baccarin humorously described the experience of kissing Ryan Reynolds as akin to kissing a giant latex condom, referring to the extensive prosthetics Reynolds wore to embody Deadpool. The challenge of creating chemistry with an actor who is covered head to toe in a suit was no small feat. In an interview with Good Morning America, Baccarin discussed how difficult it was to connect with Reynolds during scenes where his face was obscured, making it hard to react to his expressions or gauge his emotions. Filming Deadpool 2 also presented its own physical challenges. One memorable, yet ultimately cut scene involved a dream sequence where Baccarin and Reynolds were supposed to be underwater. Baccarin was strapped into a chair and weighted down to prevent herself from floating away, a situation that was particularly terrifying for her due to a huge phobia of being underwater. Although the scene didn't make it into the final cut, it's clear that Deadpool 2 still left a lasting impact on both Baccarin and fans. The movie was a massive financial success, grossing $784 million worldwide and solidified Baccarin's place in the superhero genre, making her a beloved figure among Marvel fans and ensuring her continued success in Hollywood. In 2019, Morena Baccarin traveled to Colombia to meet with Venezuelan refugees who had crossed into the country in search of food, medical care, and other essential resources. This visit was part of her ongoing commitment to supporting those affected by humanitarian crises, especially women and children. While in Colombia, Baccarin visited an emergency response clinic run by the International Rescue Committee, IRC, where refugees fleeing the economic crisis in Venezuela were receiving much-needed care and support. The clinic provided resources to help ease the suffering of those displaced by a crisis that has led to the migration of over 6 million people from Venezuela, with many finding refuge in neighboring countries like Colombia, Peru, and Mexico. Baccarin's passion for supporting refugees and advocating for women's rights is deeply personal. She is determined to use her platform to bring attention to global issues, especially those impacting women. Baccarin often speaks about wanting to follow in her mother's footsteps. Her mother, Vera Seta, was an activist for women's rights in Brazil. Baccarin's connection to the Venezuelan refugee crisis is further strengthened by her Brazilian roots, as her home country borders Venezuela, allowing her to understand the magnitude of the crisis in a very personal way. During an interview with the Build series, Baccarin explained, "What makes me feel so passionate about it is that I identify," expressing her emotional connection to the plight of refugees in the region. For many years, Baccarin has been a member of the International Rescue Committee, IRC, a non-profit organization dedicated to responding to the world's worst humanitarian crises. Through her work with the IRC, Baccarin has been able to amplify the voices of those affected by displacement and fight for the rights and well-being of women and children in vulnerable situations. Her activism highlights her dedication to making a meaningful impact in the world beyond her acting career. In 2022, Morena Baccarin took on the role of Eleonora Fedorova in NBC's American crime drama The Endgame. Eleonora is a ruthless arms dealer and criminal mastermind who is relentlessly pursued by FBI agent Val Turner, portrayed by Ryan Michael Bathe. Val, a fiercely dedicated agent with a strict ethical code, is one of the few who recognizes the immense power Eleonora wields, even when her colleagues underestimate the criminal's capabilities. Baccarin was drawn to the role because of the show's focus on strong, complex female characters. In an interview with The Wrap, she shared her excitement about working on a series written by and centered around women. She emphasized the importance of authentically writing female characters, explaining that it's essential to understand how women think and that this perspective is different from how male characters are written. Despite the positive response to the show's unique premise and dynamic characters, The Endgame was canceled after just one season. However, Baccarin's career continues to thrive, and fans of Deadpool have been eagerly awaiting news of her return in Deadpool 3. In a March 2022 interview with The Wrap, Baccarin admitted that she had no inside information about the film, joking that she's usually the last to know about such things. She even humorously mentioned that she lives under a rock, adding that she would love to reprise her role as Vanessa in the next installment of the series. Despite her curiosity, Baccarin shared that Ryan Reynolds, who stars as Deadpool, is keeping details about the film tightly under wraps. Fans will likely have to wait until the movie's release to see if Baccarin makes her return and what role she plays in the next chapter of the Deadpool saga. Now, let's talk about her remarkable marriage. Although Morena Baccarin and Ben McKenzie fell in love on the set of Gotham, their first encounter happened much earlier. In 2003, Baccarin guest-starred in several episodes of the popular teen drama The O.C., a show that starred McKenzie as the lead character, Ryan Atwood. However, the two never shared any scenes together, and their paths only crossed briefly on set. McKenzie later admitted on The Late Late Show with James Corden that he didn't remember meeting Baccarin at the time and even unintentionally brushed her off. Despite this initial brush with fate, the two would cross paths again years later when they worked together on Gotham, where they not only developed a strong on-screen relationship, but also began dating off-screen. In 2016, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Frances, further solidifying their bond. Then, in 2017, they took the next step in their relationship by getting married in a private ceremony at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens. Interestingly, the couple chose to marry on Baccarin's 38th birthday, a date they booked well in advance, though McKenzie later joked that it was the only day available for their wedding. For Baccarin, the decision to marry on her birthday made the occasion extra special, but she made it clear that she expected separate presents for her birthday and their anniversary. A playful, yet practical distinction. At least McKenzie only needs to remember one important date each year. The couple's journey from co-stars to life partners was a sweet testament to how love can bloom unexpectedly, even from a chance encounter on a busy television set years earlier. In March 2021, Morena Baccarin and Ben McKenzie welcomed their second child together, a son named Arthur. Baccarin first shared the joyful news of her pregnancy during an appearance on The Talk, where she proudly showed off her baby bump. Arthur became Baccarin's third child and McKenzie's second, joining their family along with their daughter Frances. The arrival of Arthur filled their home with even more love and energy, bringing a sense of hope for the year ahead, despite the chaos of raising 3 young children. Baccarin has often spoken about how McKenzie is not only an incredible father but also a supportive partner. In a 2018 interview with People, she praised him for his unwavering commitment to their family, and the couple's relationship continued to thrive as they navigated the ups and downs of parenthood. Even with the challenges of caring for two young children and expecting their third, Mackenzie made sure to keep the romance alive in their relationship. The couple's date nights had become simpler, often involving their daughter Frances giving Mackenzie a playful makeover. In one particularly memorable moment, Frances painted Mackenzie's nails and adorned him with colorful necklaces, bracelets, and even a bow in his hair. Baccarin shared the heartwarming moment on Instagram with the caption, "Parent date night equals the 4-year-old makes you fancy." On Mother's Day in 2021, Baccarin took to Twitter to share a precious photo of her 3 children playing on the bed, capturing a beautiful moment of family life. Though the image was tagged with #chaos to reflect the lively nature of motherhood, Baccarin expressed how blessed she felt to be a mom. Her posts offer a glimpse into the joy and mayhem of raising a young family, with moments of tenderness and humor that reflect her deep love for her children and her life with Mackenzie. What do you think about the advancement in Morena Baccarin's life and career? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.